professional sound.
Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Adam Carswell, and today I want to hop back into something that I used to do pretty frequently back in the day. Meaning like 2 or 3 years ago, but I haven't done it in a while, and that's book reviews. And there's one book in particular that I just read that I really want to share with you. Today's December 28th, 2019. I got this book on Christmas, so it's fresh off the skillet, and the name of the book is called Goals by Brian Tracy. I also have to say thank you, Michael Flight, for purchasing, obviously purchasing, but giving this book to me as a gift for Christmas. Already super inspiring, and you're about to find out why. Guys, Michael is a great friend, mentor, and he's also my boss. He's teaching me a lot about the commercial real estate sector, especially retail real estate in particular. So if you guys want to see what we're working on at Concordia Realty, you can go to concordiarealty.com and phone's ringing, forgot to put it on silent, whatever. Go to concordiarealty.com and you can find out more about what we do there. But really this book, so today what I'm going to do with you is I'm just going to share with you some notes that I took while reading this book, and hopefully you can apply some of these lessons to your life. I know I already am. Me doing this video actually right here is one thing that I definitely picked up from the book. So here you go, you'll see why. In no particular order, I've just got these notes here. Zero-based thinking. This is one thing that really stood out to me in the book. And what is zero-based thinking? It's asking yourself this question. Knowing what I know now, is there anything that I am doing today that I wouldn't start again if I had to do it over? So if you ask yourself that question, knowing what I know now, is there anything that I am doing today that I wouldn't start again if I had to do it over? If there is something that pops up, the question you should then ask yourself is, how can you stop and how fast can you stop? This was actually a really hard question for me to answer. There was really, for me, the first thing that came to mind was like relationships. So like, I don't know about anyone watching or listening, but normally, at least for me, I feel like if you exit a relationship, then, knowing what you know now, you wouldn't want to start that back over. I know that's easier said than done. I know a lot of people break up and get back together. Sometimes it works out, et cetera, et cetera. So that's all up to you. I just know for me, when I read that question, I could hardly think of anything except for like getting into a repeat relationship. One way to really build a long-term reputation for yourself and just build for the future is write non-business related letters to significant leaders in your life. So what that is, for example, I'll think of one of my friends, and definitely a leader. His name's Doug Penland. He owns I don't know how many resorts down in Belize, but owns a good amount of resorts. And last time I saw Doug or spoke with him was probably a little while ago. So now that I'm doing this video, and Doug, hopefully you see this. If you don't, I'm going to be sending you just an email or something. But anyways, guys, Doug is a very successful entrepreneur. As I mentioned, he's got a bunch of resorts down in Belize. He always blesses me whenever I am there. And I know that I've been able to cultivate my relationship with Doug since meeting him in 2013 up until now, because once or twice a year, I just shoot him a message. Hey, what's going on? It's never like, what can you do for me or anything like that. So think of leaders in your life that you want to build a long-term relationship with. And, really what you're doing is, enforcing the concept of, what goes around comes around. Did I say that right? Yeah. How are we doing on time? Wow, we're already at 4 minutes. Okay, because I want to keep this less than 10. So here we go. Simple question for you. What have you always wanted to do but been afraid to attempt? Think about it. Do it. I'm trying to think. I don't have an example for you right now, but just do it. Just do it. This is a good question to ask yourself. What would you do if you won $1 billion tomorrow? And really think about that. I know for me, when I heard this question, I had to stop and I was like, oh, wow, billion. So obviously you'd want to take care of any, if you're in debt, get out of debt, maybe buy a few trips or like something, just, treat yourself. But then after that, I was like, all right, so $1 billion, absolutely 1000% would want to invest it, preferably in hard assets. And if you're investing and you're making only, for example, a 5% return annually, that's still, I want to say $50 million a year. And then, so, if you budget off of that, it's just kind of like, wow. If you had $1 billion land in your pocket tomorrow, you pretty much would be free for life to do whatever you want. So then the next question is, what are you gonna do? I know for me, that investment would be to build for, I always say, the next 90 generations of Carswells. So if those next 90 generations of Carswells, I hope you guys are watching this right now, I'm thinking about you. Oh, I like this quote. The person interested in success has to learn to view failure as a healthy, inevitable part of the process of getting to the top. Remember that. All right, so 3 minutes. I gotta speed it up. What do I like the most? Oh, all right, so here we go. This is one of the, probably the biggest takeaway I got from the book, and it ties into why I'm doing this video right now. How do you get on your fast track? Think about that. What could it mean? This is what it means. Get on your fast track to success. So what is the one skill that should become the focal point for personal and professional development that will have the greatest impact on your career? Think about it. If you don't know, ask around. I'm sure people can normally see in you what you don't even see in yourself sometimes. But the skill that should become the focal point for personal and professional development that will have the greatest positive impact on your career. For me, thought about it. Actually, I didn't even have to think about it too hard. My skill that I must focus on more than anything is speaking to you. So thank you for listening today, because you're helping me on my fast track, and you're welcome to come for the ride if you want. Great quote right here. The only limits on your superconscious mind. Hold on, sorry. The only limits on what your superconscious mind can do for you are the limits that you place on your own mind and imagination. We've all heard this phrase probably in different ways, shapes, or forms, but really the only limits you have in your life are the limits that you set for yourself. The only limits that you have in your life are the limits that you set for yourself. So, dream big, baby. All right, what else do we got? Your values determine your beliefs. So positive values radiate into every aspect of your life. So as long as your values are, well, good or bad, it's all subjective. But I would say as long as you confidently believe that your values are positive and they are, love, compassion, generosity, from that radiates the rest of, through different layers of life. But it all starts with those core values. All right. Well, here we go. Last thing. Something very simple, and it gets 2020, so get ready. Every year, write down 10 goals. Put it somewhere where you can see it or keep track of it. Brian Tracy, who is the mastermind who, again, wrote this book, he speaks all over the world. I think he's written 28 books, etc. He's a master in the philosophies that we're talking about right now. Write down 10, it's very simple, write down 10 goals every year, and you'd be surprised. Normally, by the end of the year, what Brian Tracy has found is that people will normally accomplish 8 out of the 10 goals, if not all of them. So, very simple way to continue to accelerate your life. And lastly, make progress every day. That's actually the other reason why I did this video, and hopefully you can act on it as well. Just do something every day to move you forward, even if it is just a little 0.1 percentage. Take action every day and watch the snowball keep on rolling. Guys, thank you for tuning in to the breakdown of Goals by Brian Tracy. Great book. Remember, in all you think, say, and do, take it to the next level.